Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi semua. Selamat bersiaran di Perlis Online Teaching di bawah Tajuk dan juga usaha-sama Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Perlis dan juga SSTP bersama guru-guru Perlis. Saya Cikgu NADIAH pada pagi ini akan menyampaikan slot Fizik Spm sesi ulang kaji iaitu ELECTROMAGNETISM atau dalam bahasa Melayunya keelektromagnetan. So untuk pagi ini saya akan cuba sampaikan penyampaian pelajaran saya dalam dua bahasa, walaupun slide saya dalam bahasa Inggeris, tapi jangan risau. Saya akan cubalah untuk gunakan bahasa yang mudah difahami oleh semua peringkat. Okey, baiklah, tanpa buang masa kita akan mula sekarang ya. Okey, tajuk yang kita akan bincangkan pada hari ini adalah elektromagnetism, di mana kita kena tahu, kita kena belajar dan juga kita kena selesaikan sebarang masalah yang berkaitan dengan elektromagnet. Okey, so kita mula dengan slide yang pertama, iaitu kita ada execute knowledge. So saya gunakan pendekatan knowledge iaitu know, learning dan juga solving. So pada pagi ini kita akan tahu dulu, kita akan belajar mengenai apa itu electromagnet, knowing what is electromagnet, learning what are the properties of an electromagnet. Kita tahu apa ciri-ciri, karakteristik, apakah yang perlu untuk tingkatkan elektromagnet, dan yang terakhir adalah kita solve problems, kita solve any problems related to electromagnet. Alright. So without any further ado, we will see knowing. So let's watch a video.
What? What? Oh, you want to know why this battery and cell wire is in the magnetic kit. Did you know that electricity can also create magnetism? You don't believe me? Okay, take that wire and roll it over a nail. Now tie both ends of this wire to both sides of the battery cell. Take a few paper pins near this nail. See, paper pins are being attracted to the nail. This is called an electromagnet. This magnetic effect comes due to electricity. So when you run an electric current into a wire, it creates a magnetic field, making the wire an electromagnet. The difference between an electromagnet and a regular magnet is that you can increase or decrease the power of the magnet by controlling the supply of electric current. If you increase the amount of current, it becomes more powerful. Similarly, if you decrease the power, it becomes less powerful. So you can control the power of magnetism in an electromagnet. Electromagnets are used in many appliances like the refrigerator, fans, doorbells, etc. And they help make our life easier. Okay now, bye! What?
Okay, so dalam video ini dia menjelaskan pada kita apa itu elektromagnet, bagaimana elektromagnet itu terhasil, how it is produced ataupun how it is created, by using electric field, hanya dengan electric field. So electric field ni actually dia adalah satu medan, electric field, medan elektrik yang boleh menghasilkan magnet sebenarnya. So kita akan lihat seterusnya. Apa itu electromagnet? It is a temporary magnet. Usually bila kita sebut electromagnet, it is a temporary magnet atau magnet sementara, di mana electromagnet ini memang luas sekali digunakan. It is very widely used in industrial, in any sectors. Sekarang ni kita boleh katakan every single industries or any even field, apa-apa saja bidang saja memang dah banyak gunakan electromagnet. It comes from the word electro. Electro comes from electrical or electric. Means an electrical conducting conductor. We have CCC, current carrying conductor, being magnetized in presence of and magnetic field around it. So dia akan create, okay, satu medan di mana ia akan magnetize, ya, secara promptly, nak kata automatically pun tak boleh juga, okay, it is promptly, okay, being produced, okay, secara sendiri dia akan terhasil, okay, and the region experiences magnetic field force, okay, due to the electrical current flow is said to be an electromagnet, okay. So satu kawasan yang mengalami ataupun yang mempunyai ya, satu magnetic force disebabkan oleh electrical field tadi tu ataupun disebabkan adanya current flow disebut sebagai bahan elektromagnet, okay, ataupun benda tu menghasilkan elektromagnetism. Okay, so ini adalah bahannya lah. Okay, selalunya kita guna dalam bentuk solenoid. Okay, solenoid is a coil of wire, okay, that wound in a core, okay, pada satu core. Okay, pada core tu kita boleh guna anything, usually it will be empty, dia akan jadi kosong, but then if you fill up with a core, satu benda yang teras, okay, it will be strengthened, okay, dia akan jadi kuat lah, right? Okay, we learn, okay. Now we will go to the learning. Alright, so how an electromagnet can be simply made? Macam mana dia boleh terhasil? Even a kid, okay, can produce a simple electromagnet, okay. Tak perlu orang kata apa, very detailed, okay, assembling of electromagnet. You can just do it yourself, okay. So kita akan lihat, okay, a steel rod, okay, with two open-ended uninsulated wires are then connected to the steel rod as a core, okay, and an electromagnet is produced. Okay, kita akan dapat satu electromagnet, okay, bila kita attach kepada dry cell. Alright, so let's watch the movie sikit. Oh, sorry.
First step is to wrap the insulated copper wire around the steel rod. Now I have it wrapped around the rod. The ends are not insulated, so I can connect them to the battery. Now connect the battery to the ends of the copper coil. Now the copper coil is connected to the battery. Now the steel rod is an electromagnet. Isn't that cool that it can pick up another bolt? And this. And this. Whee! This is a fun ride, Mr. Magnet! Look how we picked up this toy car. Do you know they use big electromagnets
Okay.
to pick up real cars?
So you can
Look
pick
how
up
many
any
things I picked
item,
up.
okay, when the rod has been electromagnetized.
Here's my friend Eli the
So,
electron, and he's going to show
okay,
you how
anything can be attached,
electromagnets
anything
work.
steel.
Eli
Okay, that
has
means
a
steel
negative
can be
charge.
attracted to the
When charged
electromagnet,
particles move, they create a magnetic field. The battery
this is
has
how
a
the
force that
current flow
pushes Eli
will
around
create
the
a
track.
magnetic field
When Eli
around the
moves around the
core
copper
and
coil,
attract
he
something that
magnetizes the
can,
steel
electro-
rod. Now that the
electromagnet,
steel
okay,
rod is
things that can attract the
magnetized, it attracts the paper clips.
Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so we will learn about the strength of electromagnet. So if you have assembled an electromagnet, you should know how to strengthen it. Okay, just to be used in, just I said this before, sebelum ni saya cakap, kita boleh guna dalam pelbagai bidang, okay, in any field, okay, that related to using the electromagnet. Okay, so the first one, okay, to amplify the strength of an electromagnet, we can increase the first one, okay, number of coils, okay, number of turns of coil, okay, whereby when the greater number of turns of coil increased, okay, the greater the strength of the electromagnet. So itu biasalah kan, kita dengar bila kita tambahkan lebih banyak gegelung, okay, when we coil more turns of wire around a core, so it will create, okay, a larger and stronger magnetic field, okay, force. Okay, number 2, thickness of the diameter of the wire, okay, thickness or the diameter of the wire. So you can use a thicker wire, or we can use a bigger diameter wire, okay. So it depends on the SWG. So if you learn in physics, you should know what is SWG stands for. Okay, it is the measurement of the thickness of a wire, okay, by using a numerical grading, okay, numerical grading, whereby the increasing of the number means it will have a very thin or small diameter of wire, instead of if the number of the SWG or the grading is lower or smaller, means the wire is thicker or diameter is bigger, okay. So let's look at the first diagram. Okay, we have the 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. As you can see here, okay, the 10 number, okay, the grading of 10 means it has a thicker or bigger diameter compared to number 20, okay, number 20. So the thicker the wire, the greater the strength of the electromagnet. Okay, so to amplify the strength, we also can switch type of core. So you can change, or you can use another material or other things that can replace, okay, the core. Okay, instead of you use a normal steel, you can use soft iron like ferromagnet item or material, bahan yang daripada ferromagnet. Okay, so you can see here steel and copper, maybe nichrome. Okay, so the iron or steel rod is the best material, okay, to produce stronger electromagnet. Okay, and also we can switch the size of the core. So you can use either the thin one, you can use the thicker one, okay, ataupun yang nipis, you boleh guna yang tebal, atau yang kecil, you boleh tukar kepada yang besar. Okay, so the bigger the size of the core, the stronger the electromagnetism or the electromagnet will be. And lastly, to amplify the strength, also we can increase, okay, the magnitude or the electrical current, okay, that goes around the coil, okay, of the electromagnet. Okay, so you can see the current, okay, you can see the magnitude of the current is increased, okay, on the left picture compared to the right one. Okay, means the strength if increases, okay, or increased. And lastly, the magnitude of the voltage, or you can increase the number of drive cells, okay, in using of your electromagnet, just to increase the strength of it. Okay, so it will create a more stronger electromagnetic field. All right, so determining the polarity. Usually when we want to know the properties of electromagnet, we want to know about the polarity, which ends of the electromagnet has the north pole or south pole, okay? So to determine, okay, which end is north, which one is south, okay, you can look at the way of, or the direction, okay, of the wire is wound around the core, and also you can look up at the direction of the current flow in the solenoid. Okay, there are two things, or you can look at the two properties, okay, just to determine what is the polarity of the electromagnet, untuk menentukan kekutuban electromagnet tersebut. Okay, so the first one, okay, as you can see the current flow upward, so it means that, okay, you can see at the side of the electromagnet, tengok bahagian sisi dia sebelah kiri, okay, sebelah kiri di sini, okay, di bahagian sini. So you can see it is going anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise, okay, anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise will determine it is a north, yes, north pole, okay. Whereas the south one, okay, will be on the opposite side, okay, di sebelah kanan lah kan. So if you look at the second diagram below, bahagian bawah, so the current flow is going downwards, okay, bahagian bawah ke bawah. So it will show it is a, yes, clockwise. So when it is, this one is clockwise, so it means, yes, the left side is the south pole and the opposite side or the opposite end is the north pole. Okay, very good. Okay, follow the rules. Okay, by following the rules, we have to look at the description. Okay, by having a rule. Okay, in determining the current flow and also how you determine the coil. Okay, the direction of the coil or the current flow. Okay, so the pointed thumb. Okay, if you're using the right hand grip rule, okay, the pointed thumb indicates the direction of the current flow. Okay, and the other curved fingers, okay, represent the direction of the magnetic field line pattern or magnetic field flux. Okay, we have the flux. Usually, if the straight wire, okay, it will have a concentric magnetic field, right? So the current shows upward. Okay, that's why we use our thumb pointed upwards. Okay, kita gunakan thumb kita menunjuk ke atas lah. Then make sure you use your right hand. Okay, not your left hand. Okay, follow through. So by using the right hand grip rule also, we can use to determine the polarity of the solenoid. Not only for the straight wire conductor, but also for the solenoid. Okay, dalam untuk solenoid pun kita boleh guna juga. Alright. So how do you want to determine the electromagnetism or the current flow? Okay, you can use the same rule. Okay, by using your thumb. Okay, showing the way the current go, okay, from outward to the left side. So as you can see, the current is going upward, okay, and it goes to the left side, okay, and going downside. So bila dekat kiri, when it goes to the left side, you use your thumb, okay, you use your thumb, okay, try to grip, okay, and you can see that the other 4 fingers are pointing upward, okay, pointing upward. So means the current is going upward. So therefore, you know that the current flow that going out, okay, will produce a north pole, okay, and the one that going inside is the south pole, okay. Okay, the thumb will promptly show the direction of the magnetic flux emerges from the solenoid. So this is how easy you can determine the polarity of the solenoid. Okay, so the direction of the flux emerges from the solenoid indicated the pole is north. Okay, all right, so we shall solving 2 questions today. Okay, so let's look at the first question. Okay, diagram 2. Okay, I labeled diagram as number 2. Diagram 2 shows a simple electromagnet. So what is the meaning of an electromagnet? Okay, and B, when the switch is turned on, okay, the switch of the circuit is turned on, okay, you need to draw the direction of the current flow and to state the magnetic pole at P. So as you can see in the diagram, so this is P. So you should know how to determine the pole at P. Okay, and number 2C, so what happens to the pin? Okay, after a while, after the current has been switched on, so what happens to the pin? Okay, in the case, will it be attracted to the electromagnet or not? Okay, adakah dia akan tertarik kepada electromagnet ataupun tidak? And 2D, state one application of electromagnet. So this is a SPM question that usually come out in paper 2, okay, section A, right? For this year SPM. Okay, let's look at the answer. All right, so for answering question 1, okay, so we have the insulated wire coiled up around a steel. Okay, we have the insulated wire, okay, iron nail. So you can simply use an iron nail if you don't have any other things that can be the core of your electromagnet, right? So the first one, okay, the first question, it asks you about what is the meaning of electromagnet? Siapa boleh jawab? Okay, it is a, yes, temporary magnet. Or you can say a magnet when electrical current is present. Okay, bila ada current sahaja baru jadi electromagnet. Okay, So as you can see, the current flow, okay, from upward to the left and go downward, okay, through the coil, okay, and came back to the, yes, battery terminal. Okay, the second one, the current, okay, from positive to negative battery. Okay, so as you can see the direction, so you can see from positive to negative battery terminal, or you can see as shown in the diagram. So you should draw, okay, you should draw the direction inside the diagram given. Okay, and the third one, the polarity of P. So you should draw how the coil is coiled up or wound around the iron nail. So if you can look at the top one, it is coiled as anti-clockwise. So this one is north, and of course, this one will be south. Okay. 2C. Okay, what will happen to the pin? It will be attracted to the iron nail. So you just straight away answer the question. No need to have a opening, nak kena ada kata pembuka ke. So what will happen to the pin? The pin will attracted, tak perlu. So you can just straight away say attracted to the iron nail. Okay, or attracted towards the electromagnetized iron nail. Boleh lah. Okay, kita boleh guna perkataan tu. And lastly, the magnetic field, what is the application of the magnetic electromagnet or the magnetic field that created by the iron nail, okay, when it is magnetized by the electric field. Okay, you can use as a magnetic lifting machine, the crane that you use to lift up the scrapyard, okay, in scrapyard, kawasan besi buruk. Okay, we have the crane, we have the electric bell, circuit breaker, and lots more, okay, many more. All right, so we shall look at the, okay, solving question number 2. Okay, let's look at this diagram. Okay, so the pattern, okay, when you observe, okay, when you observe the question, okay, it shows the pattern. Okay, it asks you to observe the pattern of the iron filing. So in our laboratory, when we want to investigate the pattern, or you want nak tengok, nak mengkaji, nak menyiasat rupa pattern dia punya corak electromagnet, okay, of a solenoid, of a straight wire or current carrying conductor, usually we will use iron filing. Okay, so this iron filing will be creating a pattern, okay, seperti inilah. Okay, bila kita ada solenoid, when we have a solenoid, so it will create this kind of pattern, right? It will be like loop. Yes, loop. Dia macam gegelung. So the first question asks you about what is the meaning of electromagnet. Okay. And the second question will ask you when a compass is positioned at P, okay, in diagram 6.1. Okay. So by using an arrow, it asks you to indicate, or it asks you to show the direction of the pointer of the compass, right? And 6C, okay, based on diagram 6.1 and 6.2, compare. So this will also, this kind of question will come out in paper 2 section A2. Okay, but if in essay, selalunya dalam essay, dia akan keluar mostly to compare, okay, it will give you 4 things or 4 type of electromagnet, and it will ask you the factors that affect the electromagnet and how you want to strengthen it, apakah properties dia, okay, so on so forth. Okay, kita ada banyak lagi lah. Okay, so for 6C1, it asks you to compare the number of turns of coil, 6C2, the number of magnetic flux, 6C3, the current passing through the solenoid, right? And lastly, 6D, state the relationship between the number of turns of coil and the strength of the electromagnet. Okay, and 6E, yes, this one is the last one. Okay, what will happen to the strength of solenoid if a soft iron core is inserted into it? Okay, you change. So what will happen? So this one is like modification of the solenoid that you use. Okay, and you need to answer your explain your answer. Okay, the answer that you given in 6C1 should be explained, okay, to obtain another mark. So the total mark for here is around 8 marks. Okay, 8 markah. Nampak macam mudah kan? Look like it is easy, but if somehow you just tweak it, ada sikit saja silap, okay, dia akan jadi satu jawab masalah lah, okay, kepada seluruh jawapan yang lain. Okay, let's look at the answer. Okay, the first one. Okay, so 6A. Okay, it asks you about the what is electromagnet also, kan? Okay, so dia tanya 6.6.2. Okay, usually it will start with what is, okay, what is electromagnet? It is a temporary magnet, or you can explain further. Okay, saying a magnet that exists when there is a current flow through it. Okay, bila ada current baru dia akan jadi magnet. Okay, and secondly, the question asks you about the, yes, all right. What will happen? Okay, the position of the direction of the arrow. Okay, arrow dia. What will happen to the arrow direction of the compass? Either it pointed backward, upward, north, south. Okay, so if you know, okay, the current flow, okay, it will go that way. Why? Okay, as you can see, this is the positive terminal and this one is negative terminal. So by right, the current will go, yeah, this way. Okay, and it will come down this way, right? So by having this kind of direction of current, okay, this one will be, yes, turning anti-clockwise. So dia akan pergi ke sini lah. Okay, and this one will be, yes, north. So you can label up. Okay, once you know the direction of the current, then it should be no problem. Okay, north or pointed left. All right, so number of turns of coil. Okay, 6.1 less than 6.2. As you can see, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one only 4 coils, and this one will be multiplied. Okay, we have 8. Okay, 8. Or you can just write in sentence, okay, 6.1 less than 6.2. Boleh juga. Okay, if you don't want to use this symbol. Okay, symbol ni if you don't confident enough, tak pasti nak guna macam mana. So you can just use ordinary words. Boleh guna less than, more than, okay. But I advise, always put the first number, numeric, ataupun gambar raja yang you nak compare sebelah kiri. Okay, and fix it. Fix it means you tetapkan. Okay, don't ever change like 6.1 first and then you tukar pula 6.2 pula pada explanation yang for the second one. Okay, it will be like susah sikit lah nak orang kata apa, for pemeriksa atau examiner to mark or maybe find marks for you. Okay, so you make things easier for them. Right, 6.2. Okay, 6C2. Okay, then the magnetic flux. So as you can see, you have four lines of magnetic flux on the 6.2, whereas you only have 2 for 6.1, kan? Right, dekat bawah ni kan, dia ada 2, and then ada 4. Okay, this one ada 4, banyak lah kat sini. Okay, and then 6.3. Okay, the current. Okay, the current fixed, masih sama. Okay, current sama. Okay, why will, itu memang ditetapkan lah as a constant. Yes, constant variable. Memang kita akan guna current yang tetap. Okay, 6D. So as the number of turns increases, so this one is we comparing the factors just now. So if you increase the number of turn of coil in an electromagnet or in a solenoid, so means you are increasing the strength of it. Okay, kita akan meningkatkan kekuatannya lah. Okay, indirectly. Okay, so ataupun you boleh tulis directly proportional. So when you increase the number of turn of coil, so you are increasing the strength, so means it is directly proportional. Or you can simply say that the strength of electromagnet is directly proportional to the increasing of number of turn of coil. Macam tu lah. Okay. So 6E1, so you have 2 portions for this question. So it asks you to what will happen? Okay, what will happen? Okay, for the question, electromagnetic field or electromagnetic strength increases. Why? If you change from either core to soft iron core just now, right? So if you use soft iron core, because the magnetic flux, okay, magnetic flux or field lines concentrated or will be denser or closer. Okay, so kalau kita guna soft iron core, you know that it is easily magnetized and demagnetized, the characteristics of the soft iron core. So means it will indirectly ataupun secara tak langsungnya dia akan menghasilkan a more concentrated, garisan tu lebih padat ataupun lebih rapat, okay, closer of the electromagnetic flux. Okay, so application of electromagnetism. So as you can see, you should know too, okay, a part of learning what are the properties or the characteristics of electromagnetism or electromagnet. You should know about the application of the electromagnetism. Okay, where are we using the electromagnetism in our daily lives? All right, so the first one, this is a new one, okay, has been sold a lot in market, okay, in the online market. It is a magnetic clamp. Okay, you can use a magnetic clamp just to hold or grip something, an object, right? So it is not very expensive, but not very cheap too. Okay, they're moderately okay lah, not really pricey. Okay, and this one is the one that you always see in a scrapyard. Okay, jauh dekat tempat bersih buruk. Okay, junkyard. Okay, tempat yang kita nak pelupusan bersih-bersih buruk kan. So you use the magnetic crane, or we can use it as a magnetic lifting machine, right? And third one is circuit breaker. So you never know where is the circuit breaker, but it is installed in your house, in your homes. Okay, when you get into your house through the door, on the left side, on the right side of the wall, it should be planted with the circuit breaker inside the main switch, main switch box. Kita tengoklah lepas ni. Okay, you should install the circuit breaker just to prevent, okay, any mishaps, nak elakkan sebarang kecelakaan, let's say for overload current, okay. So they will eventually melt, okay, and it will pop, berhentikanlah current tu, okay. So it will prevent our home from any breakdown, okay, rosak ke, terbakar ke, inflame, okay. Other application that using the electromagnet, banyak sebenarnya. I can list more than 10, but I just list some of it here. So we have motors, not the motorbike, but any motors that can generate electric. So we use motors. Okay, why? Because it can increase and decrease. Okay, you can adjust. Okay, the power or the you know, the capability of the motor. Yeah, keupayaan dia. Alright. Number 2 is generators. Okay, always the hawkers, okay, pasar malam memang guna generator just to generate electric, okay, current for their lightings, okay. Transformers memang ada, especially at the hydroelectric station power station, ataupun kita panggil jana kuasa, stesen jana kuasa. Okay, transformers, not the Optimus Prime ataupun Bumblebee apa semua, not We have the step up and step down transformer. So we very widely use electromagnetism or electromagnet in transformers. Loudspeakers, amplifiers. So we use the mostly small shape, small size of the electromagnet installed in the amplifier. So, but still it can produce a larger or louder sounds. Okay, magnetic circuit. Okay, relays, okay, in switch, MRI machines. So we have adopted, okay, a technology of using magnetism, okay, in providing health concerning treatment. Okay, health concerning treatment is like cancerous cell, not detect any cancerous cell in our body. So we use the MRI. Okay, it will give out a very vivid. Okay, vivid imaging using the magnetic resonance. Di sini kita guna resonance lah. Okay, macam gelombang tu. Okay, so you should learn more in wave. Yeah, so because electromagnetism is always is also a wave. Okay, it's type of wave. Dia juga seperti satu gelombang. Okay, and magnetic levitation. So it is a maglev train. So usually we use in European train. Okay, unlike our ETS still use the railway, which is we have the tracks, but most of the European train, they have adopted the magnetic levitation technology. Okay, just to reduce friction, nak mengurangkan geseran. Okay, so in this way, it will be using a shorter time difference. Okay, jangka masa yang lebih pendek. Alright, so just to enhance, okay, the speed, okay, of the train. Okay, induction heater, pernah jumpa? Induction cooker, yes. Nowadays, the home has been changed to induction cooker. You just switch on, okay, and the ring, okay, inside the induction will heat it up, so you can just cook, okay. So actually, they are using electric, okay, using electric. All right. And lastly, advantages of electromagnetism. Okay, we have the first one. Magnetic field can be quickly changed, okay, by controlling the amount of electric current in the winding of coil. So the advantage is that we can change, we can adjust. Just now I say adjustable. So if you want to decrease it or you want to increase it easily, you just can switch. Okay, switch the current flow or the voltage provided to the electromagnet. Nak ubah dia punya kuasa magnet dia, you can just reduce the current flow or reduce the voltage. Okay. But not the number of turns lah, of course, okay, because you have to install it, you have to uninstall it, so it will be tedious, sangat susah lah kan. So but then for this one, you can just adjust the current, alright. Secondly, stronger electromagnet could be produced by ferromagnetic core like iron. So we use soft iron. Memang perkataan iron ni usually widely used, okay, in creating or producing electromagnet. So memang kita nak guna, nak hasilkan electromagnet yang kuat, memang kita gunakan iron. Selalunya ferromagnetic core like iron, okay. And also you can change the method of winding, okay, increasing the concentration. Okay, you can top up, okay, you can just increase the number of turn of coil by topping up, okay, the coil on top of each other. Tambahkan atas dia, but not using other core. Jangan guna yang core yang lain lah. You use the same core, but then you increase, okay, the number of turns of coil tu atas dia. So like 100, 200, 300, you just can increase the turns easily, okay. But instead of we having these advantages, we also have disadvantages of the electromagnetism. Bukan hanya ada kebaikan saja, kita juga ada sedikit kekurangan jugalah. Tak kata sedikit, banyak juga. Why? Okay, let's look. First, it is inability. It has an inability to dissipate enormous waste heat. Okay, usually this senang heated up. Kalau kamu realize, okay, when you have a phone charger, if you not using it too long, okay, kamu guna terlalu lama, okay, it will increasing the heat dissipation. Okay, dia akan mengeluarkan tenaga haba tu dengan lebih banyak. But then nak reduce or nak dissipate the heat energy waste sangat lama, ambil masa yang lama. So it will take longer time, okay, to dissipate the heat energy. Requires a lot of energy, of course. Okay, if you want to use a bigger electromagnet, you should use a larger current, larger voltage. Okay, if crank up too high, it could be dangerous. Bila kita guna banyak sangat, okay, bila cuba-cuba cara banyak, memang dia akan jadi satu benda yang berbahaya lah. Okay, it will be dangerous to us. Okay, and it also emits radiation. Of course, this one tak boleh nak avoid, tak boleh nak elak langsung lah. Okay, because electromagnetism memang dia akan release radiation, right? Whatever radiation, memang kita ada precaution, kita ada langkah-langkah berjaga-jaga. So memang kita kena take extra measures lah, okay, just to avoid or prevent the radiation coming to us. Okay, I think that's all from me today. Okay, discussing about electromagnet, and there are yes, for homework, okay, there are questions given or provided by me to you. Okay, you can try to answer your question. Okay, I have provided objective question. Okay, in the you can scan the QR code given here. Boleh guna QR code di sini yang telah disediakan oleh pihak SSTP untuk sama-sama membuat latihan sedikit. Okay, dan kita boleh dapat lebih banyak input. Okay, dengan penguasaan yang lebih cekap dalam bidang dalam tajuk elektromagnet ni. Okay, So saya harapkan everyone will enjoy learning, okay, physics especially, in science, okay, in any subjects, okay, in pursuing your final leg, we call it as revision leg, okay, sesi pembelajaran saat-saat akhir ini for the sake of your SPM in future. Saya sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum.